patriarchal culture. They expect a man leader. Between us, that's fine because we've settled that among ourselves. That community now is led by another woman leader that I've raised.
So, Charlyn, you're actually a strong leader. That's very evident for everyone who gets to know you.
Thank you.
How is that in that context, being a woman leader?
It's different because we live in a patriarchal culture, and you know that men are expected to lead. So we have to talk about it, even for our own family, because both of us, we are wired differently. I am more very evidently the lead person. I am strategic. I am just wired that way.
Yeah.
My husband, he has a servant heart. He loves to support. That's probably why I am able to do what I do, because my husband is also wired in a certain way. He's very supportive. He's he makes thing. He's the protection guy. He's the safety guy. So between us, that's fine because we've settled that among ourselves. We work together as one,
And that's evident. No, really, it is.
yeah. So he doesn't struggle. He doesn't struggle that I am in front talking, and I don't struggle that he sits and he listens and he does the background thing, because we understand each other. That's just how it is for us. We understand that we are wired differently, gifted differently, and we serve each other. We are one.
And
But
how is it for your community?
For our community, in the beginning, it's hard because they expect a man leader. But because we do things together, that becomes easier. Gadz is actually for our particular local church. Gadz is the pastor. We both are the pastors, but he is the one who preaches every Sunday. I preach every now and then. But because I am more strategic, I lead the whole thing. But I am very, I would say, democratic and
Inclusive.
inclusive, I think is a better word. Thank you, Matthias. I am very inclusive. I enjoy the participation of people. And plus, how we do things there is very egalitarian. Like, we are in the table, all of us, and we discern together.
Everybody gets to play.
Everybody gets to play. We discern together, we pray together, and we make the game plan all together. And then, people take up their different roles. I mean, it's tough as a woman leader in the beginning, but we find a way in our own community. How does that work? We have a number of very powerful women in our team, actually, and some men in support roles. A lot of us, as far as our team in Davao, we have more women in leadership, taking up major leadership role, and men in support roles, and we don't struggle with it.
What are some of the barriers you had to overcome, and how did you overcome them for you personally, but then also in raising women leaders in your context? That might be helpful for people watching.
Right. When we talk about just extending the coverage, us leading in the national level and needing to travel and things like that, I have children. It's easier for men to travel and leave the kids to the moms, right?
Yeah.
But sometimes I travel and I leave the kids, and the kids is left to my husband, and that's a different dynamics. And we work that out. We work that out as far as for us. But there are practical challenges there as a woman leader, and being in spaces where it's male dominated, it's challenging. But the good thing with the vineyard is we give space to women leadership, and I find that really comforting, that the vineyard is recognizing that women should be in the table as well and be heard as well, that the women are able to bring in unique perspective and gifts to the table that wouldn't be there if there are no women leaders. And so I find value in that, that's being recognized in the
Mm.
vineyard. Um, did you say personally?
Yeah, yeah, but also personally for you, that what you shared, but then when you raise women,
Oh, yes.
what were some of the barriers you had to overcome there, and what did you learn?
Um, for us, it's living life together. I've raised in that Muslim community where I said I moved into as a single lady. You know, that community now is led by another woman leader that I've raised
Wow.
there, and it's bringing people with you, letting them see how you do it, and then the two of us doing together, and then I step back a little bit and allow them to do more, and then I can step back more and just be available for when I am needed, because now they are able to do it. So that's kind of the practical things that I do to raise not
Mm.
only women leaders, but
Mm.
anybody
Yeah.
in that sense.
And your community now, if I interpret that right, they've seen your example, you as a couple, actually,
Mm,
as having a supportive man and a woman who is strategic. That probably also has broken some barriers by you as your example.
right.
And then you, as you said, you see people, be it men or women, if you see something in them, you take them along very
Yeah.
practically. And
Mm-hmm.
so the community is open to receive even leadership of women.
Right. We have, yeah, yeah. We have a lot of women in leadership.
And how is it in tribal communities? Is that another issue, or is that work?
Well, in the beginning, because they would rather have males speak, but we are very relational. We build relationship. Relationship is built on love for one another. We becoming family and getting to know each other. And part of that is also getting to know how the Lord has gifted us and how the Lord has resourced us, and how the Lord is wanting to use us. And part of that is recognizing leadership.
Mm.
And so eventually it becomes natural that they would respect a
Mm.
woman leader.
Yeah.
Yeah, based on that relationship.
What would you advise someone? It's a hypothetical scenario,
Okay.
but maybe someone can relate. You're active as a as a person from the outside, and you see there might be a couple that are leading, and the woman actually she's got what it takes, but it's not evident in that culture. What would you advise such a person?
So what do you mean it's not evident in the
Well, it's a
culture?
culture that is patriarchal.
Oh, okay. Well,
So what would you do if maybe it's clear actually the woman is carrying the anointing, the
Yeah.
calling, the vocation to be leading. How would you go about such a situation?
that's. I think that was what happened to me. I live in a very patriarchal
Yeah.
system. Male is. Was there a time when we had a person,
Yes,
a male person attend church,
yeah.
and it happened that was it that I was the one who
I
was
mean,
preaching during the time, or
youth
Yeah.
pastor, yeah.
and then he said, "Oh, I'm not going back to that church because
He's the
the preacher is
is a woman.
a woman."
Mm.
And we don't mind those persons. That's
Yeah.
fine. He can have
Yeah.
his opinion, and as long as we understand each other from the leadership team, that's fine. So when we see that, we for me, I would speak to that woman. Rise up,
Mm.
rise up. Don't be tied by culture. If the Lord has obviously anointed you, called you, rise up. But of course, in a very honoring way, in a very honoring
Mm.
way, not being prideful about
Mhm.
it, but how a woman leader can serve others in an honoring way. I would say that would be, don't limit yourself because culture dictates that a woman leader is not common,
Mm.
because the Lord can use women leader But also at the same time, do not be overbearing because you are gifted in such a way. Be respectful.
So you would actually speak out what you see, encourage the person
Yes,
in a way that would be sensitive for the culture of that
right.
person and really encourage her to come forward. Gadiel, what would you say to a man who has a woman who obviously has a calling to lead? What would you advise a man like that?
Yeah, it this is like a couple relationship. Yeah, I think don't be like that
Insecure?
insecure. Just be happy that the woman you choose has gifted by God. So just be happy that you know it's like something that if you're a boss and then you have the secretary that is like
Smarter than you
smarter
are?
than you are, and it is a
It makes you even better.
yeah. I think so. Just that's my
Yeah.
personal opinion. So yeah, you don't have to be like have a contest who will be the
Yeah, it's not a
because
contest.
you're one in the
Mm.
eyes of the Lord. You're nobody is like we are one. Yeah,
Yeah.
so
So I hear you saying um, you're one anyways,
yeah,
so don't gain your identity
yeah,
of being superior to your
yeah,
wife, but be happy
yeah. Be happy
and
because
support her in the calling that God has
and be
given you.
blessed because
Yeah.
the Lord gives you a talented wife, and
Wow.
and
That's a blessing.
that's a blessing.
Yeah.
I said,
Hey, that's so
yeah.
inspiring, so profound. Thank you so much. What a power couple you are. Really, you are.
Yeah.
Thank you, Matthias.
Absolutely. So beautiful. Thank you very much.
There you go, sir.
Okay.